In July 2022, Amazon Robotics went to Boeing to hire a highly valuable employee called Chris Musoke, who was appointed as Director, Amazon Global Robotics. In that new role, Engineer Chris was tasked to oversee the development of a robust and extensive automated supply chain for Amazon. But Chris Musoke did not start that year. For most of his adult life, he was in the enviable position of serving as a pivotal engineer at Boeing, one of the top 3 aircraft manufacturing companies in the world. In fact, as you board a Boeing airplane, chances are some of the parts of that airplane may have been developed by Musoke, who for most of the last 25 years was building engineering systems and components of Boeing aircraft in America. In that complex world of the aerospace industry, Chris Musoke navigated the odds to become known for his work on designing different components of the Boeing 787. Chris Musoke started out at Boeing in 1990 after obtaining his Bachelor of Science, Aerospace, Aeronautical and Astronomical Space Engineering from the University of Texas at Arlington. Musoke was first recruited as a sales support engineer at Boeing, and his role in this position was to help Boeing increase the purchases of various clients and giving technical feedback to the company to improve the existing airplanes that they were making. Through dedication, teamwork, and good leadership skills, Boeing saw Engineer Musoke as fit for promotion to Senior Design Engineer in April 1993, from which role he was responsible for designing and developing Boeing aircraft to meet a wide range of customer needs. After serving in that position for 2 years, Chris Musoke was then promoted to the position of lead design engineer for the development of Boeing in parts, plans, and tools before climbing up the ladder once more in August 1996 to the role of configuration development team leader, from which position he oversaw the development of Boeing commercial airplanes, wide-body freight planes, from which position he oversaw the development of Boeing commercial airplanes, wide-body freight planes. With his extensive experience in the market dynamics of the aerospace industry, after serving in that position for 2 years, Chris Musoke was then promoted to the position of lead design engineer for the development of Boeing in parts, plans, and tools before climbing up the ladder once more in August 1996 to the role of configuration development team leader, from which position he oversaw the development of Boeing commercial airplanes, wide-body freight planes. With his extensive experience in market dynamics of the aerospace industry, and after he completed a continuing education course in the aerospace program, Airplane Preliminary Design and Airplane Performance Certification at the University of Kansas in 1998, Engineer Chris Musoke was in September 1999 deployed to BCA to boost Boeing's market growth by addressing design components for Boeing airplanes. At the beginning of the new millennium, in December 2001, after having undertaken another course in Product Design, Development and Management Certification, Industrial and Product Design at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Chris Musoke was appointed as the Configuration Development Team Leader of the 787 Airplane Service Integration Team, and he was required to oversee the development of new Boeing airplanes with a team of engineers. The year 2005 opened with another promotion for Engineer Chris at Boeing. He was appointed as the 787 Wing Box Engineering Leader to oversee the development and engineering process of the wings for Boeing 787. 2 years later, he was then promoted to the wing integration leader for the 787 airframe LCPT, and so he oversaw the development of wings and their integration to other parts of the 787. In December 2008, Chris Musoke was promoted to become the chief engineer of the 787-9 program, where he focused on overseeing the development of the 787-9. January 2012, so engineer Chris Musoke appointed as the chief engineer of product development for all the Boeing's airplanes at BCA. In 2019, Engineer Chris undertook a Master of Business Administration and Management General at the University of Washington before making the leap to Amazon Robotics in 2022. Throughout his career, Engineer Chris Musoke has built his name as an aerospace engineer and engineering team leader specialized in air vehicles, space, autonomous systems, commercial aviation, defense, satellite communication, all of which cut across space and stratosphere. His work demonstrates how he has been able to embark on full-cycle engineering, starting from concept to certification, production, and operational deployment of products and systems. All of the projects that engineer Chris Musoke oversaw at Boeing and Amazon are multi-billion-dollar projects. For Boeing 787, he remains in the books of its history as having led the development of airframes, airplane systems, payload systems, and flight sciences integration. More importantly, all projects undertaken or supervised by Engineer Chris were certified by both the Federal Aviation Administration and the European Union Aviation Safety Agents, which are the primary aviation safety regulators for the United States and the European Union, respectively. So, the next time you board a Boeing airplane, you never know. The plane or some of its components may have been designed by Chris Musoke, who spent over 2 decades working for Boeing. For Science Television Network, I am Doreen Chichoncho.